Okay, 2022 reverse retro jerseys are out. It is time to do what everyone else is doing and give them a grade. Let's go ahead and start the rankings off with Anaheim. We're going to run through this pretty quickly so we don't bore anyone to death. The Ducks kind of did they brought the vintage logo back again. You got the orange and, the diagonal striping on the bottom. I still don't love this peanut butter look. Um, for whatever reason, just makes me think of like a Reese's peanut butter cup, but it's hard to be mad at that logo, and I do like the fact that they brought the numbering back from that era as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just give it a meh, but solid start. Why not?
I'm with that. On to the next team. Speaking of peanut butter cups, we're really looking like a Reese's with this one, the Arizona Coyotes. I get what they're going for with the desert theme. I don't hate it. I think they did the best that they could with a base layer of orange. I'll go ahead and throw this in the good. I think it's a little better than Anaheim's. They worked with what they had. I respect it. It's not as cool as the Kachinas, but I like it.
Yeah, and just that Kachina logo just kind of looks out of place on that orange jersey. They'll say that, but it does look good.
I like that this one and the one they did last year, it's kind of like sunrise, sunset, like dusk into dawn kind of thing, because the other one was purple.
Yeah, given the color choices, I actually do like it. Like purple and orange is not it's not an easy one to blend. They do a decent job.
Not at all.
Who's up? What's the next one here? Sorry, we got Boston, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
I honestly like these a lot. I wasn't that crazy about it when I first saw it, but I liked it when I saw the full kit. I think it was Marchand that was modeling them on Instagram or something that I saw. That being said, they're not the best ones out of the bunch. I think it's fair to go ahead and throw them in the good bunch. I'm going to put them in the good category.
I would agree. I like this one a lot, actually. The Pooh Bear logo is kind of like cheesy, but I think it's because it's so cheesy that it kind of works here. But I love the pattern along the bottom. I wouldn't be surprised if some teams in like the A scoop that up. Hint, hint.
Ooh.
All right, so go ahead and move on to the next one. We got the Buffalo Sabres. Honestly, color scheme wise, it's a pretty much a repeat from last year's verse retro. I do like that they brought back the old Buffalo Sabres logo from the Dominic Hasek days. Overall, I'd honestly put it in great. It's just a nice, clean, classic jersey with some updated aspects to it. I really do like this one.
Totally agree.
The goat head is always going to get at least a great rating, in my opinion.
It's really hard to miss with that logo.
Nick, I'm curious to see what you have for this next one.
All right, Calgary went a little bit different here. I do like that they brought back the weird random diagonal stripe on the bottom. I've always kind of liked that. I have a Trevor Kidd jersey with that on it. And I actually really like the C in white. And if you zoom in or get some other looks at it, they did like a 3D pattern on it that I think made it look really cool.
It's like texturized, yeah.
Yeah, I don't love the shoulders. You guys know how I feel about shoulder blocking, contrasting with the front, but I'm going to go ahead and say good.
I think that's fair.
This was probably my favorite one, and I saw a lot of hate online about that little diagonal piece at the bottom. I personally love it. I think the Flames knocked it out of the park with this. If I was voting, I'd put it in elite, but that's just me. For the next team, we got the Carolina Hurricanes. Delete this. They literally just took their brand new road jerseys from last season and swapped the colors. It's like, there's not a lot of history there, so I get it. But damn, man, like you could have done better than that. Delete this. I do not like these at all.
Agree. Boring as shit. I probably would have said bad, but I'm all for just saying go ahead and delete it.
Yeah. And like all Canes hate just allowed on this podcast.
For sure. Totally. Where we at? Ooh, Blackhawks. Yeah, go ahead and delete that one too. They didn't do anything here. They forgot they had an assignment due. They got into the cafeteria in the morning and they're like, shit, Red Wings, can I copy off your homework real quick? And they were like, wait, you got to make it a little bit different so the teacher doesn't know. So it's like kind of similar to the Red Wings one, like kind of different, but I think it looks bad. I will say I'm excited to see it like with the full kit, because maybe it'll be a little bit better like with the socks or something like that. But we're just ranking the jerseys right now and there's just no creativity here. So delete it.
I can offer one totally unbiased defense for this, and that's the fact that the Blackhawks have been in so many outdoor, whether it was stadium series or winter classic games, that they've basically kind of run out of ideas. And who's to say that Detroit didn't copy the Blackhawks?
That's fair.
Let's be
That's
real
fair.
here.
Very
Yeah.
true. The one
Very
I want to
true.
see the Hawks do is the Jackson, the one you're wearing, but with black.
Yeah, the black jersey with the normal logo. That's what I was hoping for, but no dice.
But moving on to another Central Division team, we got the Colorado Avalanche. This is another one I think they went really different. The only like thing they kind of have from like their normal jerseys is just the logos on the shoulder pads, but it's an interesting look. I'm gonna put it in meh. I like the color scheme. It just looks so radically different from everything else that they have. And I just get a weird feeling from it. I don't know why. I just do.
I think that's fair. It's isn't this like a Colorado Rockies callback? That's what this is based off of.
Yep.
Like
It's
when
I think it's a Colorado State, or like the state
It's
of
like sort
Colorado?
of both. So it's
Yeah.
like the Jersey one that we'll get to in a little bit is a callback
Yes.
to the Colorado Rockies.
Exactly.
Who
Yeah.
took their colors from the state flag. So yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I like these a lot. Jackson, I think I maybe put them in good, so not too far from where you are, but I think they're good.
There's a little too much white on the front for me, but I like the color scheme, and I've always been a fan of that jersey design.
Amen.
Moving on, Columbus. I'm just going to go ahead and say I don't like this one bit, and I'm going to say bad.
Yeah, I don't
Fair.
think anybody online really thought these were anything special. So
I'm also looking forward to seeing these on the ice because I do think that there's something to be said about it, like an all black kit. Like if they've got like the black shorts and like some cool socks to go with it, it might earn back a couple points. But yeah, in general, it's not that exciting. It also might have been better if they used the old CBJ logo on the front.
Yep.
agreed.
Yeah.
Definitely agree.
This just
Yep.
looks like a misprint. Like it looks like they put the wrong crest on the wrong jersey.
Or like what if they used like that bumblebee thing, the fucking like yellow jacket or whatever? Like that would
Yeah.
be cool.
That would
Yeah.
have been really cool. Next team, we got the Dallas Stars. I like that they brought back that Stars logo with the star as the A. I'm going to go ahead and put these in meh. I think if they would have done like the crest, like surrounded by the star shape from like the 99 team, I would have put this in great. They missed out on that. The color scheme's really cool. I think green and black is always super sweet, but I'll put these in meh.
Fair.
I would have said good. I like these.
I would have said good as well, but all good. Oh wow, I get to do the same. I get to do the same one twice in a row. Detroit, delete this. Nothing else to be said.
I have a hot take on these. I love them. I really do. I don't know why I don't like Chicago's, but like when I saw like Detroit post Larkin in this, I would almost put this in great. And I know I'm going to get flamed for that because it literally just says Detroit, but I think they're going to look sweet on ice.
I think they'll look cool.
Detroit is too low. It's like way too low down on the jersey. I think it should be a little bit higher up. The striping is kind of cool. I don't know. I agree. Maybe they'll look better on the ice, but just the jersey is kind of shitty.
Well, everyone online, I think, would agree with you. They got a lot of hate on this one. So
They've got like a tough kick at the can too, though, because all they've ever done is like red jersey or white jersey with the same logo on it for 100 years.
yeah, it's a hard one to redo.
For sure.
Go ahead and move on. I think it's the Edmonton Oilers. I think it looks good. I'm glad they kind of brought back that dark navy blue that they wore back during the days. They actually have the right logo with the gear and the oil on there. And I really like the kind of striping in the middle where they have the number, that orange to white, orange back to the blue. I think I'm going to put this in good. I think it's just a really nice, solid jersey.
My only complaint with it is it's what everyone's been saying online. It does kind of look like a sunny side up egg. I think they maybe could have like made the color of that part of the logo a little better and not done the little like shiny like white thing that's on there too, and that might have helped their case there. I would agree with you totally though that the striping and the color scheme is really good.
I think they should have taken the the part of the egg, as Mac would call it, and made it navy blue, and then made the outline around the whole thing orange.
Yeah,
I
that
think
would
that
have
would have
been
made
good.
it pop
That
a
would have
little
been
bit
very
better.
good, and it wouldn't have
Yeah.
looked like an egg.
For sure. Let's move on to Florida. Okay, this one was very talked about online. What do you guys think of the light blue color scheme? Because I actually really like this a lot, and I
So-
typically don't like stuff like this.
I think this is one of the best ones.
It's elite.
Yeah.
This is top tier in my opinion.
I say great. I wish they kind of continued with the light blue on the bottom instead of the dark
Yeah.
blue. But I love this as like a, it's Florida. It fits them. I don't really like them much, but they nailed this.
I think the logo's sweet too,
Oh,
more than
yeah.
anything. I'm a big fan of the palm tree with the hockey stick.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Moving to the next team, we got the LA Kings. I wish that it wouldn't have been a white base, but these old school like purple yellow jerseys that they rock are always so cool in my opinion. You can't really mess it up. I would put this one probably in great. I think this is going to look sweet on ice for sure. If it was like a purple base or a yellow base, I'd probably put it elite, but
I wish it was gold.
yeah, they can't really mess this up. Like they always look cool. It's
Yeah.
nostalgic. The Lakers are they got it all going for that. So I think these are great.
Just would love to see Minnesota Wild fans punching the air, seeing Kevin Fiala rock this.
That's hey, nice segue onto our next team.
Yeah, the Minnesota one, most people online seem to really like it. I'm not really biting on this one as much. My main issue here is it is exactly the same one as last year, but just green. Like they literally just changed the color.
The Subway Cup.
Yeah, it
looks like a
does.
Sprite
It
can, yeah.
literally looks like
Yeah.
Subway or like a Sprite can, or it's not right. There's some good things about it, but in general, I'd say meh.
Totally agree.
And I think another meh one would be the Montreal Canadiens. It's interesting that they went with the baby blue, just barely any red on this one, but it feels very similar to the one they did last year where they just had the dark blue. I think I'm glad they went for it in terms of the baby blue. It's just doesn't really speak to me that much. I definitely put it in meh.
I agree. I
It's
think that's-
cool. It's cool. I'll say this. It's cooler than what I thought they were going to do because they're another one of those original teams that seem to never want to like take a leap of faith. And so like you said, I'm glad they at least like tried to do something a little out there, but yeah, it's not that great.
Definitely. Nashville. Okay. A couple of takes on this one. I don't really love their look. I think it's very hard to make a yellow jersey look good. I love the fact that LSD Cat is back on the front. I think that's fantastic. I don't know what planet he's on, but it looks like he's having fun. I like these a lot. I'm going to go ahead and say good.
Why? My only complaint, it shouldn't say Nashville at the top.
Yeah.
They don't need it to say Nashville and have a logo. And it's also written so small. It's like, who is that for?
It would look
It
cooler
looks-
if it said like Preds.
Or like CCM.
Yeah, just see. Yeah, literally. Like, yeah,
There's no, they don't.
I wish, but I don't think it needs to say anything. The logo is enough.
Agreed.
Who am I up next?
Yep.
Okay. The New Jersey Devils, I see what they're going for with the retro look with like the yellow orange kind of feel and then the red and the navy. It's just not doing it for me. Like the Devils are black and red, and that's always going to be the case for me. I'll go ahead and put these in bad. I don't think these are worth any Devils fans' money, to be perfectly frank.
Fair enough. Moving on to the Islanders. I like these a lot. I'm very happy they brought back the Fisherman. I think it could have been a little cooler if they kept like some of that wavy shit that was on those older jerseys. I do like the trimming at the top a lot. One thing I haven't mentioned about any of these jerseys is probably the best part about all of them, in my opinion, is the orange like 90s NHL logo at the crest. Love that that's the same on all of them, but I think it really pops on the Islanders one because it actually goes with the colors. I'm going to go ahead and put these in great.
Yeah, I completely agree. I'm so glad that they brought the Fisherman back. I know that brings up a lot of bad memories for some Islanders fans. through the team being terrible and then being bought by the guy that didn't have the money. But
only way to put that behind you is to bring him back and make some new memories in him.
Yeah, but not too many good ones.
That's true.
Wow.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next New York team. That'd be the New York Rangers. I'm going to say these are like, I'm having a hard time. These are like borderline great to me. I love that they brought back the old school Statue of Liberty logo. I'll put them in good. I feel like there's just way too much blue. And then they just have these random red arm sleeves. I think if they incorporate a little bit more red somewhere, somehow, I think I'd put these in great, but I will definitely put these in good.
That's fair. They also didn't really change much besides the color from last year. So
very true. I hate it when they do stuff that like kind of works though. It's really annoying. Ottawa. Okay. I love a lot of the Sens, like older 90s, early 2000s look. This one is one that I always go back and forth on. I love it in red, but I think this is a pretty big miss here. This combined with the font, like that swoosh across the middle, I think should be filled in at least. I'm just going to go ahead and say bad.
Everything about it is too big. Like,
yes,
the logo looks too big. The spacing of everything is too big. I also think if they were going to go with those old, like, large sleeve things, they should have just done the 3D Senator head. I know people don't like that one as much as the flat one, but I think it fits that jersey more.
I agree.
The fact that Mac gets the Penguins and I gets the Flyers is a little fucked up in my opinion, but whatever. The Flyers, I don't know. They're not awful. Like, orange and black is like an easy colorway in my opinion to kind of like make something look good, but they went with a white base layer probably because they had to. I respect what they did. I'll probably put this in meh. I mean, you could maybe even put it in bad if we run out of room. You could move it. I'm indifferent on it. I don't really. It's just a bland jersey in my opinion. They didn't mess it up, but they didn't make it great.
That's fair. I think it's the definition of meh. Moving on to the Penguins. We all know my hatred for this hockey team, but I will be unbiased here. I have been telling Harry that I want them to bring back the Robo Penguin for forever. It's a way better logo than this stupid motherfucker with the hockey stick.
Penguins can't skate. End of story.
Yeah, no, the Robo Penguin is way better. It's like a cool little crest logo. Glad that's back. The coloring, it's all pretty good. My one complaint is it should have been more of like that, like kind of swooshy, like striping that they had when they actually wore these.
Gradient, yeah.
I will say, I don't know. It is good. I'm gonna put it in good.
Thank you, Mac. I think I would have put them in good too. I don't think they're great. I think they're good.
That was pretty diplomatic, boys.
Are you gonna buy one, Harry?
Yeah, maybe not from like authorized sources, but yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, you would buy it from authorized sources, but you're not gonna have enough money after you have to buy the Caps jersey for me. So
exactly.
All right. Moving on to the Western Conference this time. We have the San Jose Sharks. Oh, God.
Wait, did we skip the Blues?
No.
Yeah, I think Blues are next, aren't they?
Oh, okay. My bad. Hold on.
No, you're good.
Let me look at this. I found.
I know you hate them, but you still have to rate them.
Do I really have to?
You have to.
Yeah.
Okay. I will try and take as much bias out of this as possible.
St. Louis Yellows.
I gotta say, the St. Louis Highlighters. I'll go meh. I think I like the old school font and the old school like musical note for them, but I'm just so not used to seeing them in yellow, and it just looks really weird.
There are some weird things about the jersey. The blue like bottom cuff is strange, and yeah, it's all very big and strange.
Yeah, it's interesting to say the least. All right, the Sharks. I love the history behind what they're trying to do here, but I don't think it came out as well as they thought it was going to. I'm going to go ahead and say meh.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Seattle Kraken. Given that they've only been in existence for a year, I guess it's kind of hard to reverse retro them. I mean, they have sweet colorways. There's no other way to put it. The turquoise, the navy, it all goes really well. I will go ahead and say these are in good, and we're running out of real estate there. And I swear to God, if the Capitals are the only elite team, then this entire episode's canceled. Someone put Tampa in elite because those are awesome. I love them.
I kind of hate the Kraken one.
I do too. I think that
You don't think?
no, they were the only team that could have done whatever they wanted with this, and they just did that.
Why isn't the anchor on the front?
Yeah, and it's like not that different
yeah.
than any.
The anchor would have been cool. Okay,
Yeah.
move them to meh. I take
Yeah.
it back.
Yeah.
I changed my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yes. That's
Peer
perfect.
pressure.
Yeah.
That's perfect because I have Tampa Bay, and I don't think they're elite. I don't think they're great. I think they're good. I just think that there's a little bit like I don't know. They should have committed to one color a little bit more. Like it's blue on the bottom, black on the sleeves, gray on the top, white on the center. Like there's a little too much color shit. That being said, I love all the like rain and like the lightning on the sleeves, like all that stuff from the old days is pretty sweet.
I heard someone say it's like the first, like the 7 days of creation, like on a jersey.
Honestly, it looks like that.
Yeah, I actually have to agree because I feel like if they would just gone like a small black trim on the bottom, I think these could have gone into elite. I think there's just too much going on with the waves and then the rain and then whatever the lightning on the
Shoulders
sleeves.
didn't need to be gray. That's my
Nope.
biggest issue.
This
Not
is
at
the
all.
most 90s jersey out of all of them, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
Definitely.
That's why I really like it. I get what they were going for. I
This
respect
and
it.
then when the Ducks did the Wild Wing thing last year, for sure.
Yeah.
Also, there's another elite one besides the Caps left, in my opinion. We'll see
Yep.
who gets it.
Absolutely.
I think I know which one. I hope you're right.
All right,
Who's next? I don't even know.
I think it's me.
Yeah.
We'll just run with it. I believe Toronto is next. Delete this. It's
Wow.
it's
The same jersey they
Ex-
wear now. It's
exactly.
different.
There's absolutely nothing different except that the fact it has a pretty orange logo in the middle of it with the NHL. There's nothing different. It's a great classic jersey, but whoever is in the
Yeah.
reverse retro department needs to get fired. They
Agreed.
literally we were talking about Detroit and Chicago with this is literally like
At
2
least they
minutes.
tried to do something and it didn't work. Yeah, this one's just they didn't even try.
Yeah, this is like 2 minutes before class starts, and you've basically written 1,000-word essay in that.
They
time.
really never get creative. I mean, I know
No.
it's just blue and white, but holy crap, they all look the same.
Did you guys see that tweet that was like Toronto debuting in New Jersey, and it's like an old guy wearing like a flannel and he's opening a Christmas present and it's the same flannel and he's like holding it up to his shirt. He's like, look, that's literally
That's great.
Oh.
Verbal meme.
All right, Vancouver. What do we think, boys? Because I gotta be honest. This is going right to the top for me.
yes, sir.
Yes.
Do
They're
it.
sick.
Do it.
This
I-
is sick. I
My
love the
only
like.
issue with it is the number on the front.
Yep. I agree
Yeah.
with that. I agree with that. I wish they didn't have a number on the front.
It's also a
Yeah.
humongous number on the front.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But everything else is so good. We're gonna let it slide.
I love this logo. I think it's
Oh,
great.
It's sick.
Mhm.
And they switched it up to having like the green on the shirt instead of in the past they've had the red or the blue. I just love it.
It's
Thi-
good.
I think this is the only way they can save their season is by
Yep.
wearing this all the time.
Every night. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Vegas Golden Knights. I might get some hate for this. These are elite. I'm sorry. They crushed it. They finally got black.
Ooh.
They joined the Diagonal Club. I'm a sucker for that.
Wait, it's glow in the dark, right?
That's exactly also why it's elite.
Oh
What-
my.
Imagine the
Oh.
lights imagine like pregame. They have the best pregame, maybe other than like MSG in the league, in my opinion. But they come out of the tunnel and it just says Vegas and like neon. Like that's too cool. They crushed it. It sucks that if you buy this from like a Chinese website, then it's probably not glowing in the dark. So you're gonna get exposed. But I love these. I think they crushed
Expose
them.
when the lights out.
Yeah.
Someone runs in, it's like, you're poor, and turns the lights out.
Yeah. You go to a game and everyone's like, yours doesn't light up, and it's like, I think they crushed it.
All right, Harry. You know my thoughts on this team and their look, but I think they absolutely nailed this one.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of indifferent about it. I would have said meh, but you guys do your thing.
This should be their full-time alternate.
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
just their alternate. It's like they've committed to the gray now, but make this your alternate, not the mustard one.
I think the gold one's actually growing on me. I agree with what Harry said at one point. Like they're the gold knights. They should just be gold.
Yeah, the gray one, I get it. Like it's the OG one, but I love this black one. I think it looks great.
I'm not a huge fan of the diagonal, like I hate it when the Canes do it and it's spelled out Canes, but I like it when Vegas does it.
When the city name is diagonal, I think it looks cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Capitals. It's elite. I don't think anyone's gonna argue.
Cancel the show.
I know I'm the biggest fucking Caps homer of all time, but I really don't think I'm being biased when I say this is elite. I'm a sucker
best
for a black
one 2 years in a row. Suck it.
Sucker for a black jersey. And also, if you've seen the picture of Tom Wilson wearing the full kit, holy shit, take my money right now.
As a Pens fan, I can admit these are definitely elite. They're top 3 for sure.
The socks too, like the OG socks that they used to wear with the Capitol Dome black jersey are back. It's gonna be great.
You see what I respect about these is that they didn't try to do like red, blue, and white with this logo. They just went straight to the old colors, and I love that. And I wish the Penguins would have done that with the gradient on the front. It's okay, whatever. But yeah, the Caps knocked it out of the park.
I think it's really, I mean, you think about what did they want the reverse retro thing to be? They wanted it to be a twist on a classic look, right?
Yes.
And that's exactly what this is. They never had a black jersey with the eagle on the front. It was always the dome. They swapped it up, and I think they just absolutely crushed it.
Yes, sir.
Percent as we get into the last team on this list in the Winnipeg Jets. This is
the most forgettable one.
I'm gonna disagree. This is effing elite. In my
God!
Oh, I love
if
this.
I can allow that here.
Can we veto that?
Can we veto 3-1 vote? I think they're all right, but
they're okay.
I don't know what it is. It's just that they completely took the red out of it, and it just looks so clean. Like if I wasn't a division rival, I would consider buying one of these.
Wow.
Like I don't know. It's just I love how they designed the logo in the middle. Obviously the hockey stick is the J and the I, and then they have the little jet next to it. I love it. I don't know what it is. I do know what it is. I just love it. I love it.
It's definitely clean. They got a good colorway. It's
better than the gray one they did.
Yeah. The light blue stuff is good. I also, to be fair, Winnipeg is like the best in the world at the whiteout. Like, have you seen when their crowd does the whiteout? So it is going to be cool when they're wearing these at home, and probably the whole crowd is going to be wearing white too. But yeah, I would have said like good on these maybe.
Yeah, that's probably where I would have put them.
Same.
Wow, so the last 4 teams in the alphabet all got elite.
We were like, shit, we're running out of
crap. We got to put someone in the top. No, I think I agree with the first 3. I don't know about Winnipeg, but we'll allow it. Intern Jackson gets his pick. That's fine.
All right. Well, there you have it.
Yeah. Let us know what you think in the comments, and
tell us why we're idiots and why we're wrong. And
love it. Can't wait to see all the hate speech here. So that'll be nice. All right. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you in the next one.